In 2023, the retail industry is facing an unprecedented crisis, with a wave of store closures impacting major chains across the United States. Economic threats, emerging simultaneously and widespread, have led to a dire situation for brick-and-mortar retailers. Analysts estimate that by the end of the year, the national retail footprint may be reduced by up to 20%, marking the largest annual decline since the onset of the U.S. retail apocalypse in 2017. This article explores the significant closures planned by several major chains, their reasons behind the decisions, and the implications for both consumers and the retail landscape. First on the list, Burger King, the popular fast food chain, is planning to close up to 400 restaurants before the end of 2023. The company's CEO stated that while a couple of hundred closures were typical in previous years, economic challenges have increased the number of closings this year. Several large Burger King franchisees have filed for bankruptcy, further contributing to the closures. The company aims to work with smaller franchisees to improve the health of its franchise system. 2. Banana Republic, a sister apparel store chain of Gap, is significantly reducing its brick-and-mortar footprint. Like many other apparel retailers, Banana Republic has experienced a dramatic drop in sales as consumers cut down on discretionary purchases. The company's parent company is attempting to save the business by reducing costs associated with expensive leases at shopping malls and focusing on online platforms. 3. Stop & Shop, Northeast regional grocery chain. Stop & Shop is closing stores that have not met financial expectations. Sluggish sales and worsening financial conditions have contributed to the closures, including 5 locations in New Jersey and Brooklyn. Local officials are now seeking new supermarket tenants, as no other grocery chains have expressed interest in these sites. Number 4. GameStop, the world's largest gaming retailer, has been hit hard by store closures and layoffs. Over the past 2 years, the company has shed hundreds of stores. Despite its success during the meme stock boom, GameStop continues to face challenges. The company has suspended several in-store and online services as it begins to retreat from the retail business. GameStop plans to focus on optimizing profitability and restructuring its business. Number 5. Kroger, a grocery chain, is closing hundreds of underperforming stores. The company's president stated that stores that have been losing money for a sustained period cannot continue operating. Kroger's merger with Albertsons will lead to the closure of around 500 branches to meet legal requirements, resulting in the loss of thousands of jobs. Number 6. Goodwill, the secondhand store giant, is closing multiple locations across the country. Economic reasons, including falling gains and rising operational costs, have forced the company to make this difficult decision. Customers have expressed disappointment and frustration, as these stores have been community resources for decades. Number 7. Fossil, a retailer facing falling sales, rising debt, and a weak growth outlook, plans to reduce its store count by 20%. The company will take advantage of upcoming lease expirations to cut expenses and focus on restructuring its business for improved profitability. 8. Guess, a retailer experiencing declining sales and financial challenges, intends to close 100 stores, approximately 9% of its network. The company aims to optimize its store portfolio to increase profitability, particularly as many leases are set to expire soon. 9. Green Zebra, the popular Portland-based grocery chain. Green Zebra, known for its healthy food offerings, is closing all of its stores after 10 years in business. Increased competition, supply chain issues, and soaring inflation have pushed the company over the edge. Number 10. Macy's, after previously closing 125 of its least productive stores, has announced the closure of an additional 45 locations. The retailer aims to improve productivity by reducing stores amid declining foot traffic, revenue growth, and challenging macroeconomic indicators. Number 11. McDonald's, the popular fast food chain, is facing closures in 2023. The company is shutting down over 100 stores and laying off hundreds of corporate employees. These closures are part of a strategy to position the company for the unfolding recession. Additionally, new legislation in California could potentially result in the closure of 1,000 locations, as it requires fast food restaurants to pay workers a higher minimum wage. Number 12. Urban Outfitters, a retail industry giant, has experienced declining sales and foot traffic since the pandemic. As a result, the company plans to close approximately 70 stores, representing a significant reduction in its store count. The shift in consumer trends and increased competition from online indie brands have contributed to Urban Outfitters' struggle to attract cash-strapped shoppers. Number 13, Target, a well-known retail chain, is initiating a series of store closures due to declining foot traffic, rising shoplifting cases, and collapsing profits. The first round of closures will impact numerous grocery stores in Maryland, Virginia, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. Target acknowledges that these locations have not shown improvement in performance over the past year, necessitating the difficult decision to close them. Number 14, Office Depot, an office supply retailer, has been significantly impacted by the rise of e-commerce competitors. Facing declining sales and outdated stores, the company has already closed 263 stores this year. An additional 80 locations will be shuttered as part of Office Depot's efforts to optimize its retail footprint and adapt to changing consumer preferences. Number 15, Foot Locker, a renowned athletic footwear and apparel retailer, plans to close approximately 420 stores as part of a strategic reset. The closures are driven by disappointing foot traffic and revenue growth. The company also intends to shutter 125 Champs Sports stores. These decisions reflect the need to adapt to changing consumer preferences and improve overall profitability. Number 16, Bath & Body Works, a popular personal care and home fragrance retailer, is considering closing all of its shopping mall stores. The company aims to cut costs by closing around 50 locations. Bath & Body Works faces the challenge of meeting financial targets while striving to strengthen its position as a home and personal care retailer amid the ongoing retail apocalypse. Number 17, JCPenney, a long-established retailer, continues to face massive challenges. The company previously filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and closed 200 stores. In 2023, JCPenney is closing additional stores in various locations, including Indiana, New York, Minnesota, and California. Supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, inflationary pressures, and rent obligations have contributed to the company's worsening financial situation. Number 18, Sephora, a leading cosmetics retailer, will permanently close all of its 300 stores within JCPenney and approximately 175 stores within Kohl's in 2023. The declining financial health of JCPenney and Kohl's has impacted Sephora's bottom line, leading to these closures. The company faces a challenging growth outlook, prompting difficult decisions to adapt to the changing retail landscape. Number 19, The RealReal, a luxury apparel resale company, is implementing workforce reductions and store closures to improve profitability. The company plans to let go of approximately 230 employees and close dozens of stores and consignment offices. The RealReal has struggled with profitability and faces increasing losses. Financial challenges have placed the company on a bankruptcy watch list. Number 20, Sprouts Farmers Market, a grocery chain, plans to close underperforming stores as it transitions to smaller, more productive models. While the company has not provided specific details, the closures will affect stores in Texas, California, Georgia, Florida, and Washington. These decisions come as Sprouts Farmers Market aims to optimize its retail footprint in response to challenging economic conditions. The retail industry is undergoing an unprecedented wave of store closures in 2023. Economic threats and changing consumer trends have left major chains struggling to maintain profitability, leading to significant closures across various sectors. The impact is far-reaching, with thousands of jobs lost and communities losing beloved retailers. As the retail landscape continues to evolve, it remains uncertain which chains will survive and what the future holds for brick-and-mortar stores in the United States.